Hey, great to have you, the Joe Pag Show. 1-800-383-9624, joepags.com. One more thing I thought about with the guys with beards.
Mm-hmm.
They stink, too. They kind of stink, don't they? I mean...
What are you talking about?
You don't think they smell a little bit, little off, little something?
No.
It's like fromage. It's like cheese, no?
No.
When I had a
gross.
goatee,
No.
and remember when I had a goatee, you actually said you look better with the goatee. And then you
I thought so.
Well, you followed it up with because it covers your face. And I was like... That's
not
kind of
say
mean.
that.
That's not nice.
I didn't say that.
No, but when I had a goatee, what I would do is I put like a taco in there. I put like a piece of a pizza or something in there.
Ew.
And
See,
later, if I get
that's
home, my stomach goes,
No.
and then I just let me grab a little pizza out of my goatee.
Don't put food.
You know who
in
does a
your
lot of
facial
that?
hair.
Chris, the director Chris in New York. He with the beard, he's got all sorts of stuff in there. He took out a pack of Now and Laters. You ever get those candies?
Yeah, I remember.
Pulled some of those out of the beard. He's like, anybody want some of this? We're like, we don't know how when you put those in there. We don't want any of those.
Afternoon snack. No, that's kind of
1-800-383-9624, the patriarch of the Bush family, allegedly going to vote for Hillary Clinton. Now, keep in mind, we did not hear him say it. We did not hear anybody who is a representative of his or one of his sons or his grandchildren, whatever. We have this from a Kennedy. It is so weird that a Kennedy is saying a Bush is voting for a Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would almost get it, although it's kind of a baby move, an immature move, if Jeb decided to not vote for Trump. I kind of would get that. And to be honest with you, if I blew $100 million in advertising and still never got above 6%, I'd be kind of mad too.
I'd be ticked off too.
You know what I mean? I'd be pretty unhappy. Be honest with you. But at the end of the day, I'm having a really hard time believing this. So the first question is, do you believe it? Second question, why would he do it? Third part of the question has to be, who cares? Does it matter?
No.
Is it really more important than Brangelina today? That's probably the operative question.
No, there's nothing more important.
Wait a
than
second.
Brangelina.
I brought up Brad
Don't
Pitt
you
and
know?
Angelina Jolie again. Let me remind you what segment that falls into. I don't care. It's that segment. It's actually the I don't care segment. Let me go to the phone lines and say hello and welcome to Phil, who's in Minneapolis. Phil, welcome to the program. What's happening?
Thanks for taking my call, Joe.
You bet.
I appreciate it. And, I peeled myself off the couch today after my depression from the Brangelina issue. And thanks for bringing it up.
You bet.
Now,
It's what I do.
In relation to your question, I really do think that the Bushes have more in common with Hillary than they do with Trump. And I just wanted to kind of get your feedback on that. And also say that I am a little skewed because I do live in Minnesota where we did have to kind of bear the Jesse the Body Ventura issue, and so I'm skeptical of outsiders to begin with, and I see a lot of similarities in their campaign.
So a couple of things. First of all, you see similarities in the campaign of Trump and Jesse Ventura, and also you think that the Bushes have more in common with Hillary than they do with Trump. How so?
In their spending habits.
Oh, and how they spend. Oh, I could see that, I guess. But I got to tell you, man, I think this is all sour grapes over Jeb being, the punching bag.
I couldn't imagine that they had an idea that Jeb would actually get the nomination anyway. So I thought
Really?
that was just well, yeah.
$100 million in the coffers? You don't think that he tried? I think he tried.
Well, yeah, they tried. That money thing is all about it. But, I mean, you take what Jesse did here with his message and kind of parallel that with Trump and how he took the nomination. And I see too many similarities for me to feel comfortable with the whole scenario.
So who you voting for then?
I'm probably going to vote for Gary Johnson.
Dude.
I have trouble with both of them.
Do you think Gary Johnson has a chance?
No, absolutely not.
Well, then why waste the vote? You're giving half a vote to Hillary then.
I'm giving half a vote to Trump too.
Nah, not really, because had you voted for Trump, he gets the whole vote. You vote for Johnson, Hillary's getting half of what she wouldn't have gotten before, because it takes it away from Trump.
If I would have voted for Trump too, and I have a real problem.
But Trump has a chance to win, is what I'm saying. Well, you and I would admit, because we're both smart people. You and I know Gary Johnson, Jill Stein, they have no chance, right? We know that the only two people who have a chance is Trump or Clinton. I mean, we would have to agree to that. The polls show that they're the two that have the chance. So you give that vote to a third party, you're helping out the person that you really, really don't want to be the president.
But what if the end game is to push who I want my party to an area where I think they need to be in order to be more effective long term?
Did that work when Perot did it?
No, it did not.
Not even a little bit.
That's George Bush.
All right, brother Phil. Listen, I'm here. What I am is I'm a soul speaker, and I'm also a truth seeker. And what is the other one? Thunder Stealer.
Thunder Stealer.
You have to have the button to be able to do those things. I think when I get a listener or a caller to pause, I got him. I hit him right in the soul.
Thinking.
I hit him right in the soul. Is what I did.
Well, let's not go that far.
Because he wanted to. He wanted to talk about how this would be great if I vote Gary Johnson. It'll show my party where I want the party to go. That's what he wanted me to believe. And then, of course, you bring up another third-party candidate, Ross Perot. How did that work out? I think the Republican Party is more liberal today than it was in 1992, by a long shot. So it didn't help. Ross Perot is supposed to bring us more to a business sense in Washington, balance the budget, not spend so much, not be liberal, be more conservative. None of that happened. Didn't happen. You'd have to go back to the 80s again to see when that happened. Let me go back to the phone lines and say hi to our good friend Jimmy in the Woodlands. Hi, Jimmy. What's going on?
Good evening, Joe and Kerry. I just be brief as usual. I don't understand. I understand it. The Bushes and the Clintons, and they're an elite club, and I'm kind of like Groucho Marx. I would never belong to an organization or a club that had me as a member. And they hobnob together, the Bushes and the Clintons, and I think you hit it right on when you said about Jeb. But I look at Jeb as a person who made a pledge. He signed it, his word.
Right.
And my father used to say he made more deals on a handshake than he ever did with a contract. That's the way it used to be, but not anymore. So I don't care who George Bush votes for. I really don't.
You think anybody does, though, Jimmy? Because to get this news out, even this way, through a Kennedy, they're hoping that it's going to convince some people to do the same thing.
Yeah, it's not going to convince me, but your friend in Minnesota that was just on, I hope he took what you said and realizes what he's doing if he votes for Gary Johnson. I mean, this guy's a zero looking for a minus. He's not going to make it.
Jimmy, very well said. As always, Jimmy he's a zero looking for a minus. Well, there you go. Well, we appreciate that, Jimmy. I've got about a minute before the bottom, and after the bottom, we're going to talk about this police shooting in Tulsa, Oklahoma. If you haven't heard about it, we will update you on it. And I want to say it again. I don't know why this man was shot. I wasn't there. I'm not a police officer. I'm not indicting anybody. I watched the video both from the helicopter and from the ground level, and I don't get it. I'm not sure I understand. I've got less than a minute, though. Steve, make it happen in Montrose, Minnesota. Hello, Steve. I think we lost Steve. John, you got about 45 seconds in San Antonio. Do it.
Hey, well, talking about, Bush, that I can believe it. I think all these political elites are in a club, and I think they feel like, how would anybody feel if somebody came in, took your job? I mean, these people work 20, 30 years to get to this spot where Trump is. He's 49 days away to win it.
Right.
I think these people are jealous, and I just think sour grapes, just like you said. I mean, anybody, your radio gig you've been doing for a while, somebody's been doing it for 6 months, comes and takes your job like nothing. I don't think you're going to feel that great about it.
Well, John, I think they probably could. They probably could, though. If you listen to my show at all, you know that I'm just making it up as I go. So somebody could probably do 6 months and take it.
You're irreplaceable, man. Come on.
All right, brother. Hey, well, John, on that note, I'm going to let. Oh, look at that. We lost the connection. So, yes, irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see. Irreplaceable. Could make that a new hashtag. That could be a new hashtag on my Twitter.
Don't do that.
1-800-383-9624. 1-800-383-9624. We're going to shift gears. And again, in about an hour, it'll be Eric Trump. Make sure you stick around for that. But we're going to shift gears here. And when we come back, we'll talk about the police shooting in Tulsa. They released the video both from high up in the sky and from ground level. And we'll talk about what we know when we come back on the Joe Pags Show.